As of today, July 3rd, the Stop Killing Games movement has reached 1 million petitions. But not really. So, unfortunately, it seems there's been a lot of phantom signatures or people misspelling their name. And whether they're spoofing or they misspelled their name, whatever they did, there's a good chance that there's not actually a full million signatures. So Accursed Farms here wants to get it to 1.4 million to make up for the people that might have messed up their name or spoofed, because those will not be accepted by the EU, and those will put the petition under.
I've received several reports of people claiming to spoof signatures on the initiative site. First off, I want to say that this is not a change.org petition. This is a government process.
That is a fucking crime. Not even like a small misdemeanor. That is a huge crime. You're lying on a government petition. And Europe is takes their political process very fucking seriously. And they cooperate very well with the FBI. So if it's Americans doing this, it could turn into a prosecution. It's not like guaranteed. Nobody knows what the fuck is going to happen. It's beyond fucking insane now, because there are people lying on a government petition or messing up their name. I doubt if you're messing up your name, you're going to get in too much trouble. But if you're straight up spoofing accounts, you're going to get in a huge trouble. Possibly. It's unknown. But what is known is that this is definitely fucking up the petition. That is, if it's a few thousand or 100,000 people that have done this. If it's like, in his video, he mentions it could be a bot network because he doesn't know. Even he doesn't know. It could be hundreds of thousand fake signatures. It could be one or two. If it's one or two, everything's fine and it does nothing. But if it's thousands, we have no idea how many it could be. It could totally put the petition under. That's why it needs 1.4 at least to try to, push it forward. Because depending on how many people are actually lying on this petition here, this thing could go completely under and nothing will happen from it. But if it does go through, if the signatures are accepted, then it will go through Parliament and they will offer a response within 6 months. By law, they have to respond within 6 months. It doesn't mean it'll be like a good response. It doesn't mean they'll take legislative action. It just means that you will get a response on this petition within 6 months. And that is the best outcome, because the UK petition has been nothing but a fucking joke every other time. It's finally reached 100,000 now, so it can go to Parliament. But before that, every response from the UK government was them. It was just a load of bullshit the entire time, the entire way down. And it culminated to them basically saying, cope better, not our problem, and it's not their fault. But basically what I got from it. I don't know, maybe you guys will get something different. But anyway, the point is that there's not quite a million signatures yet, which sucks, but there's nothing we can do about that. For some reason, people have decided to lie on a government petition as if it's a fucking, school lottery where the more you put your name in, the higher chance you have of being called on or some shit like that. Just because it reached 1 million from fake signatures doesn't mean shit. It says on the site that the EU will verify every signature, and this could turn into a huge problem. But if it does go through, it doesn't automatically become EU law. Like I mentioned earlier, it does have to go through the Commission and Parliament and all that other good shit first, and they'll examine it, and they'll give you a reply within 6 months. By law, they have to. And in their reply, they will explain whether they intend to propose legislation or any kind of legislative action, anything like that. And it will follow the process of the adoption of EU law, which is basically short terms. It's put to a vote. I won't go too deep into it, since I'm sure people a lot smarter than me and that know a lot more than me will go into it at some point. And finally, in his new video, Accursed Farms mentioned that he is now hook, line, and sinker on this now, because if people just signed without doing phantom signatures or anything like that, he could put it all behind him and he wouldn't have to work so hard to keep up the movement, because it's been a drain on him, as one would imagine, because it's a lot of fucking work. And he's probably getting a lot of hate and a lot of bullshit heading his way, just like Pirate Software is. But just like before, I will be linking the European Citizens Initiative petition in the description, along with the UK government petition. Accursed Farm's first video on the Stop Killing Games movement and his biggest update that released earlier today. And of course, I highly recommend you go check out Accursed Farm's new update video that he just made earlier today, because he will go in a lot more depth about the phantom signatures, the UK petition finally reaching 100,000 signatures, along with a new scam coin that came out about Stop Killing Games, one that he did not make. Well, it's assumed to be a scam because, well, it's a new cryptocurrency and he didn't fucking make it. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this update video. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a big deal. Hopefully there's only a couple people that lied on these petitions. But there's not really much else we can do other than keep sharing it and hoping that more actual European citizens sign this petition. That's about it. Until next time.
Subscribe to Sleepy Soul.